Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, January the 18th, 2022. Wednesday, January 18th. Well, let's see. Where am I going to start? We have Valentine and Anna was suspicious of his little contact who was all kissy. You could tell they had a relationship in the past, and she's all over Valentine. And Anna's like, ooh, she wasn't liking her at all. As a matter of fact, when she had walked past Anna, because Anna opened the door to her, she walked right past Anna to Valentine and was just pushing all up on him. And Anna had her gun out, right? Because she had a gun by her side while she was opening the door. So she held her gun up like to her by her stomach, and Valentine, could see around the contact, and he saw Anna's gun, and Anna's looking like, who is she? What's she doing? And then he kind of leaned back. He was trying to, because he's still trying to cozy up to her, but not go crazy with it because Anna ain't having it. And when she left, oh, she kissed Valentine, put lipstick on both sides of his cheeks. And Anna was like, let me just clean up your face. And Valentine is just standing there like, ow. That was too cute. But of course, the chick leaves and something just didn't sit right with me with her. She goes and talks to one of the guards and says, you do you still work for Victor Cassadine? He's like, yes. And he goes, get in touch with Victor Cassadine and asked him, how much is it worth to him to have his son and Anna Devane delivered to him on a silver platter. So the guard, that's my Oliver growling back there. Dogs like kids. And so look, so she's getting ready to double cross Anna. She really is. Well, look, they're not ready for Lucy, Valentine, and Anna to come back, obviously, because Valentine is on a project he's working on. So somebody in comment corner, when I get to it later, somebody said Lucy will be back for the nurses' ball. You're in April. You're right, but I kind of thought they were changing the nurses' ball. They were changing it to that annual Quartermain picnic. We'll see if they have the nurses' ball, because I kind of thought they said they were changing things up annually. So then we have Esme. Esme is there, and Heather immediately befriends her. And Esme's a little apprehensive because her room's not ready yet. And Heather says, "Come sit down. Here we're friends. This is the what does she call it? Some type of therapy, occupational therapy table. We can make friendship bracelets." And Esme's like, well, according to everybody else, I don't have any friends, right? So Heather's like, well, I'm going to make one and I'm going to give it to you and we'll be friends. And then she was talking about, one of her sons is in jail, prison, and the other is 6 feet under. And she goes, but I have a daughter. And she goes, oh, yeah. She goes, I have a daughter out there. But she was just so overbearing to Esme. And she says, she goes, my daughter was taken away from me. And Esme said, I wish somebody would take my daughter from me. And she goes, don't say that. Don't you say, don't, no. And she reaches for Esme. And Esme's like, oh, what? No, get away. Wait, what are you doing? Like, I don't even know you. And Heather was just like over smothering. And Esme jumps up and she says, guard, is my room ready? No, is my room ready? Like, I got to get away from this crazy lady. And so Heather's like, don't go. We're going to be friends. I'll be here. You know where to find me. And Esme's thinking, oh, Lord. But see, Ryan wasn't there. Any other time, Ryan would be sitting in that room lifeless, right? But, he didn't get to see Esme. But I will bet you Heather will go in and tell him that Esme is there. I'll bet you she's going to tell him that. So that was Nina. Nina comes to get tested, the blood test. And she's still like almost on the bipolar high. She's still amped. And the funny thing is not because Sunny's bipolar, so it's not the bipolar, but she's still just running on this adrenaline. That's what I want to say. Running on this adrenaline and not slowing down. And Sunny keeps saying, Nina, what I need you to do is calm down. Take a breath. And Nina's like, Sunny, I need you to be happy for me. You don't seem to be happy for me. And he goes, no. I'm very happy for you, Nina. But I need you to just like dial it back a bit. Dial it back. And so she goes, because she's telling TJ, there was a nurse in there. Okay, I'm ready to get this going because look, we're going to get this done. And then I'm going to be Willow's, a match for Willow. And I'm going to and Sunny's like, well, Nina, let's let them do their job. See, let's let them do their job. And then she looks at him, oh, okay. See, now for Sunny, she'll look at him, oh, okay. Anybody else Nina's arguing with, you ain't gonna do that. But, oh, okay. So Sunny, TJ comes back in with the nurse, says, okay, we're ready. Nina, are you ready? She goes, yes. So Sunny gives her a kiss. Sunny walks out, and Nina looks at TJ. Are you know what? Sunny may have been. Sunny was in there. This is before TJ went out and came back in. And Nina said, I just want to say, I'm sorry for what happened before. And he goes, you know what? I'll stop you right there. This is all about Willow. We are focusing on the procedure today to see if we can help Willow. And that's all we're going to talk about. And she kind of looks at him because he's cutting her off like, no, chick, no, you ain't sorry. You haven't been sorry. And if you didn't know Willow was your daughter, you would not be looking at me saying you're sorry. You wouldn't. So TJ is real. And so he goes, now, are you okay with that? And she goes, yes. And she goes, are you okay with it? Are you going to be the one to draw my blood? And he looked at her. He goes, no, that's going to be the nurse. Nurse whoever over here. It's going to be the nurse. Oh, okay. So they do all that. Sunny leaves the room. Sunny, at this point, Sunny then goes to see Nina. I mean, not Nina, Willow. But before Sunny sees Willow, Michael's he's actually laying in the bed next to Willow. She's kind of leaning on him. And he's looking out the window, the doors that have the windows and everything. And he can see Carly standing there. And he's just looking at her. Because we all know Michael can carry a grudge, right? He's just looking at her. So he gets off the bed and he comes over and he goes, Willow needs her rest. And first he goes, what are you doing here? She said, I got all the way home and I realized that's the coward's way out. So I'm back here and I would like to talk to Willow. But Willow does not need to be upset. And now is not a good time. So Carly looks at him. Okay, fine. Then I will go. So she turns to walk away and Willow says, Carly? And Carly turns around. She goes, Michael, no, I want to speak to Carly. So Michael looks, he lets her in. And Willow looks at Carly and she looks at Michael. She says, Michael, Carly says, Willow, I just want you to know how sorry I am. If I would have known you was sick. No, This was clearly revenge on your part. He goes, you did this out of revenge. She goes, that is not why I did it. And so Willow says, Michael, please. Can I speak to Carly alone? Michael looks at Willow and he goes, oh, okay, right? So he leaves and Carly sits down and she apologizes again, right? Willow, I I would never, ever do anything to hurt you. I am so sorry. If I knew, if it was, if I, she goes, Carly, let me stop you there. She goes, when you found out that Nina was my mother, you should have come to me and you should have told me what you learned. She says, Carly, you took my choices away from me. I know, Willow, and I'm so sorry. I should have never done, I should have told you right away. And she goes, Carly, I understand why you did it, but you shouldn't have done that. She says, people think I'm so fragile that I can't handle anything. But that was my choice. And so Carly says, I just want to know, can you ever forgive me, Willow? I would never do anything to hurt you. And so Willow looked at her, she goes, Carly, I already have. And Carly looked up at her, she goes, I already have forgiven you. She says, I have an idea. I know why, she's like, I know why you did this. Because Nina has been horrible to Willow. Matter of fact, Carly has had to intervene in between Willow and Nina as Nina's coming after Willow numerous times, right? And so Carly said, you are like a daughter to me. I hope you know that. You're like and then when she said that, I thought about it and I thought Carly has always treated Willow with respect, and she's always cared about Willow. Even when Willow and Michael had to separate, they both went, Michael went back to Sasha, Willow went back to Chase. Carly still never had nothing bad to say about Willow, right? Carly has liked Sasha with Michael, and she's liked Willow with Michael. Because in Carly's mind, anybody is better than that stinking Nell Benson. Goodness, after you get your son hooked up with somebody like that, everybody else is golden to you, right? But Carly could be a mother-in-law that you wouldn't want to be your mother-in-law just because Carly is Carly. But see, where Michael is concerned, if you notice, Carly has never come into Michael's house causing a lot of guff because Michael will shut her down. Just like he's doing to her right now. Oh, Michael will shut her down in a heartbeat, and she knows it. And she'll just stand there as Michael's, going off on her. So she says, well, I'm gonna let you rest. And Willow says, do me a favor. Can you go by the house and give Wiley a hug and a kiss from me? And Carly said, I can definitely do that for you, right? So Carly leaves, she goes to the chapel. Michael's in there. And Michael, I guess she told him, but I didn't hear her tell him that Willow forgave. I didn't hear that Willow forgave her. But he looked at her, he goes, Willow can do whatever she wants. And I'll support her. But I'm not ready to deal with you on this. And he turned and he walked away from her. And Carly just stood there like, oh, I know. And she didn't say, but no, listen, Michael, Carly knows where Michael is concerned. Don't you think about arguing with him. Let it go. Because it gets worse. That is her child, right? So Michael leaves. He comes back, to Willow, and he's to be by her side. And Sonny comes walking in to the chapel, right? Let's see, do I have? Oh, that's where Michael's, he's letting her have it, right? You see the look on his face, and she's just like saying nothing. Okay, let me have it, right? And so then he goes back to Willow, because Willow kind of mellows Michael out, but Sonny comes walking into the chapel. Now, we're going to see what Sonny says tomorrow, because everything out of Nina's mouth. How are you feeling, Nina, from Sonny? I'm a mother, Sonny. I'm a mother. But Carly, oh my goodness, she mentioned Carly so many times just today to Sonny. But Carly, and I'm like, yeah, there you go, Carly. Yeah, Carly. So Sonny is going to now probably try to defend Nina to Carly. Carly's going to let him have it. Mm-hmm. She is. She's not going to not say something to Sonny. Like the conversation that she had with her son, that's going to be a very different conversation with Sonny, because see, Michael, she wants forgiveness and she wants to stay in his life. Sonny, she doesn't give a rat's behind about what he thinks and what he thinks about her right now. So that's going to be a very good scene tomorrow. Period. Because Carly really needs to just be Carly. Oh, how could I do it to her out of spite? Her keeping you from us for 9 months was out of spite. And looky here, you've forgiven her. So whatever, Sonny. It'd be whatever. So that was General Hospital today. We shall see tomorrow. Nina's telling TJ, I am going to be a match for my daughter, and I am going to save her life, which is why I'm telling you, it would be something else if it comes back and Nina is not a match and it turns out to be Carly. I'm actually hoping that, because Carly has not been tested. Actually, Dante is the only one that's been tested, because when he got to the hospital and they said Willow needs a bone marrow transplant, Dante said, then I better go to the lab and get tested right now. He's the only one in the family that has. Maybe Michael has, we just don't know it. But other than that, that's it. So, and I bet you Drew had neither. He's looking for her birth parents, but did he go and see if he's a match? He could be. Anyway, let's go to Comment Corner. Dominique says, I agree, Nina is unstable. She's unraveling. And if Willow dies, she will be a wreck and a wrecking ball. I don't see Willow dying. If they do, I'm going to be very upset, because that's needless. And then look, Sasha could get back with Michael and raise both those kids. Neon Moon says, all of the writers in General Hospital need to be fired. They are destroying the soap. Sandy says, I can't wait with the forever. Oh, I just can't with the forever victim, Nina. She's going to drive Michael and Willow crazy. She's too overbearing and pushy. Renee says, Willow is crazy just like her mother, LOL. Talk about, I'm not going to do the treatment until my baby's born. Sis, you'll be dead by the time your baby is born, LOL. I'm not a Nina fan, but I do feel for her for what her mother did to her. Nina is messed up in the head for the things her mother did to her. Spending 20 years in a coma is crazy to me. Plus, having 2 babies cut from you and given to two of the worst people in the world. This can explain why Nina is so crazy and delusional. She needs to be in Kevin's office getting help. Yes, she does. This is why I always say I can explain the I can't, the crap that Nina does because she's right. She's not right in the head. But what's Carly's excuse for her crazy crap she's done for years? Oh, Carly's just spiteful. She always has been. Anyway, Thomasina says, Nina does not think she was wrong about anything she did keeping Sonny away. Carly is a master, but that's what she that's what she did in the same thing, same scenario with Sonny. Needs to stand up and recognize that, but he keeps on standing by Nina. Do not call her out for her mess. And then, excuse me, Anna Rihanna says, I don't feel sorry for Nina. Yes, my blood, she has a daughter, but there's no relationship. Carly doesn't care that for 1 second that you won't forgive her. Carly doesn't care for 1 second that you don't forgive her. Not a tick. She does care about Michael and Nina forgiving her, and Willow forgiving her. She should be concerned about Willow forgiving her, yes. And Willow did, and I'm happy. But Willow did because of the past relationship. Carly has shown Willow nothing but kindness, nothing but kindness. Nice to see Anna and Valentine. Yes, ma'am. Nina is unstable. Her history speaks for herself. Oh my God, daily recap lady. That would be crazy with the bone marrow switch. I know, switch up that who's the donor. Heather and Ryan are crazy on steroids. Great recap. Thank you. Brooklyn says, Valentine supposedly doing a project. Yeah, that's why Lucy's storyline is slowly taking place. But not to worry, Lucy will be back because the nurses' ball is airing April 3rd. Oh, okay, so I guess they are having one. But see, what's so weird about it is Anna should not be on the run. Holly already said she was the one that shot Lucy. She told Robert. She even told him about the fake facial prosthetics and everything. Robert should have told Jordan about all that. See, everybody should know all of that. I don't know. Anyway, Brooklyn says, as for the bickering between Nina and Carly, we can finally go on and focus on Esme and what's going to happen with her now that her mother knows where she is. Brooklyn also says, unfortunately, Nicholas walked out because the writers told him that he'll be going for 3 months. After hearing this information, he walked out. So supposedly his last appearance will be on January the 20th. Monique says, I was expecting Drew to hold Carly more accountable, but like his twin, he gives her a free pass, mad at her for 1 minute, and then says, it's okay, Carly, you did what you had to do. I hope one day it's too much to ask that Carly doesn't have anyone to always back her up. Sheila says, I was happy to see Michael open up with Sonny. Hopefully this is the beginning of a reunion. Sheila also said that, what are they doing for Britt's memorial? And where is the Black nurse Felix? Felix was Sonny's father's nurse before he passed, also friends with Brad, Sabrina, Britt, Nurse Epiphany, Lucas, and even Ryan's nurse. And then Sheila also says Carly was afraid that Nina and the police would arrest her for Nell's death, so she didn't tell, and Jax told her or talked her into it as well. Unfortunately, Nina accused Carly anyway in the end. Carly, when Nell fell off of that cliff, Carly wanted to stay there till the police came because she did try to save Nell. And it was Jack's stupid behind that said, no, 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 they won't believe you, Carly. No, you have to leave this scene. You have to go back to the city. I mean, Jack's messed that whole thing up, right? And then Ruth said, she better not at General Hospital. I don't want her to leave General Hospital. Don't do that because of the character Nina. Carly's not going anywhere. She's been there forever. And then Ruth says, nobody cares about Anna and Valentine bored now. They are a little boring, but they're just dragging them out because of other commitments. Jane says, Ryan and Heather are going to steal the baby. Uh-oh. Let's see. Then we have Dacia says, Michael would ban Carly from his family. Michael would be a hypocrite because he's trying to set up his own father for revenge. And then Lisa says, Michael will not. He'll be angry and upset, but if Willow forgives Carly, he will too. Yep, and she's already forgiven her. And then Kawan says, Killer gives the bone marrow. No, that's not going to happen. Let's see. And then Kawan says, Willow and Michael should get divorced. They should bring back now. I'll get another 12. That doesn't make sense. And they're not married. Michael just asked her to marry him. Remember, they were at home before the same night she collapsed. They have not gotten remarried. They were going to get remarried. It's just drug along. And then Dacia says she did the same thing to Carly. She didn't say anything about Sonny. She has the nerve to say something like that. Nina is selfish and narcissistic. She blames everyone else but herself. Why didn't she just blame herself, blame her own mother for giving away her children? Exactly, because Madeline is the one that orchestrated it all. So that is it for Comment Corner. Comment Corner, thank you so much for your comments. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital.